We have a Mother's Day celebration that will capture your heart. Just conjure images of a picturesque French flower market, a charming storefront with flowers, stacked and spilling out to the street. That is what was in the mind of Studio 5's Party and Family Fun contributor Celeste Whitney when she created this, a project that you describe as the most versatile creation ever.
It is the most versatile thing I've brought here, for sure.
Oh, I mean, it's Mother's Day, it's spring, it's flowers. There's so much to love about it. Describe what you created.
Okay, so I mean, we have like the Galentine's and the Friendsgiving, and we have our Mother's Day, but it seems like we just can't get enough girly inspiration and fun parties.
Yes.
And if there's ever a fun girly party, let it be around flowers,
please,
right?
Yes.
And this is flower season and Mother's Day. You give away flowers, so let's use them as the props.
We're going to break this down because there are so many fun pieces to learn from and glean and maybe try and implement in your own life. But if it wasn't a girlfriend's party, that's a great backdrop for sure.
Yes.
What else could you use this for, speaking to the versatility?
Okay, so I used crates instead of a table, if you can tell. But I can't think of a theme that couldn't go with crates. I mean, any type of boy themes. I'm going to use this later on for a lemonade stand. Let your kids have a bake sale stand, any party. It's such a good focal point for your backyard now that we're itching to get outside instead of inside because we've been inside all winter.
Yes, let us out.
Yes,
so and the crates are the base.
The crates are the base. I actually made these ones.
This is amazing.
Because I wanted them a little bigger than the ones you get from the craft store, which those would work perfectly.
Okay.
So if you don't want to go this extra step, then don't.
How did you make them?
But it is pretty simple. Okay, so you start with 2 pieces of wood. If you can see this top piece.
Yeah.
They're the exact same.
Right.
I screwed a hole in it for a handle.
Uh-huh.
And then I just used the large paint sticks.
Uh-huh.
You can see down here.
The stain is gorgeous, though, that you put on it.
Yeah, and then you just stain it. But it's fun because you don't have to cut anything. I just use a little hand stapler for the nail gun.
Uh-huh.
And you just staple them on, use some glue before, and they just turn out perfect. It's the same size all the way around the 3 sides of the wood that you have.
You nailed the size. It's the perfect depth. You can stack, you can store. But like you said, these can expand, they can grow.
You can reconfigure them. You can have them all going one way as like a long fun table or whatever. But I just kind of thought the scattered look was good for the floral stand.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, these will be party pieces you will reach for again and again. Let's work our way up. What did you do on top?
So then to make it higher, I got these are actually garden stakes. So they're $2 a piece, but they're really sturdy because they're like more of a square. They're not like a flimsy stick that you'd get.
Right, there's no bow or bend.
Right. They're really good, and they're kind of porous, so you can tie anything to it and it stays in place. They're not very smooth, which is a good plus here.
You like the grit and the texture.
Yes, and these are about $2 in the garden section.
Cha-ching.
So you can stake them just into the grass.
Uh-huh.
And so you don't have to worry about like a big heavy base to carry around or whatever.
Right.
I actually did zip tie it to the crates.
Okay.
To give it a little extra
stability.
Stability, yes. But which is another reason why the crates are awesome, because you can use the slats.
How many ways do we love the crates? A lot. Tell me about the awning.
Okay, so the awning is completely optional because without it, it would still look adorable if you just had a little banner or something. But so what this is a 1 yard of fabric.
Okay.
And I took $2 store hula hoops.
You're kidding.
Dollar store hula hoops, cut them in half.
Oh my gosh.
With scissors, because they're that cheap.
These are the skinny ones.
Again, that's the plus, that they're cheap. Because I can cut them with the scissors.
Yes.
I cut them in half, and then I just sewed little strips as a little pocket for them to slide in.
Okay, every DIY brain out there is on fire. Like fireworks are popping out of their head. What a genius use.
Totally optional, but I want to use it again, so I thought it was going to be appropriate for me.
So it's half of a hoop going on either side. What did you do along the front?
And then even on the inside, so let me open this little, I just tied it to a little, what's this called? A curtain rod.
Uh-huh.
These curtain rods are less than $2 at IKEA, and I use them all the time for things like this.
What a great stabilizer.
And when I sewed the strips of fabric for the pocket, I just added some string to secure it.
Oh my gosh. And the pom-pom trim to
and then
finish
the
it off.
pom-pom trim, I just hot glued that.
So I'm doing the math here. This awning cost you, I mean, fabric included, 1 yard, less than 15 bucks.
Yep, less than 15 bucks easy, including these, which I use for other things too. And then you can take it apart. You just slide these out, and you can fold it up and store it.
You could change out the fabric.
You can change it out. And what doesn't go with black and white either?
Classic. I love how you've froofed it up. That's totally a word.
Yes.
On the side with the pom-poms and the medallions.
Yep.
Tell
Switch
us about
those
the
out
banner
colorwise.
that you made that.
Bouquet. It's just, let's see, cardstock, or not cardstock. It's just the long poster board. And I cut it down into strips like this.
Okay.
Let me kind of just grab one to show you because it'll be easier. Strips like this. And then I folded them in half, and to fold them, you want to just draw a line with like a pen.
Okay.
So it kind of gives you that fold crease where it's going to crease. And then you just kind of mold it around in your shapes. Up?
Because I don't know if you get the effect on the actual banner. It's 3D.
Yes. So I wanted something 3D that wasn't a balloon.
Yes.
I love the balloons, and I'm not sick of those, but I just want a separate option, okay? With the black is perfect because, see, I kind of got little white. Like I creased it too hard. This was my first one this time.
You got really aggressive on that
I got better at it. I got better at it. But when you have that, it's perfect to just grab any type of marker and just fill in the white.
Right.
Because, you know, don't get scared like it's ruined, because it's not.
And a poster board is 99 cents.
99 cents. This took 2 poster boards. I cut mine into strips of 7 inches and folded it so they're 3.5. And then I just decided how tall I wanted it, and I planned according, and how wide.
And you know what? Because the letters are so uniform and structured, the way that you've spaced those perfectly with little straws in between.
I didn't want to have to think here to, like, you know, scoot them. And if you're taking them somewhere, you don't want to have to, like, spend time manipulating your signs.
Yeah.
So I just used, I just used some straws in between.
Okay, from there, my eyes just are having a party. Signage. Tell me about the signage.
So this is where it got fun, is the decorating. I went to Michael's, which they have tons of flowers, always at 50% off.
Yes.
So I just picked a couple that I liked that were like $1.50.
Because you don't need huge bunches.
You do not need huge bunches. It's just the effect. And then I always, when I wrap gifts, add flowers to them. So it's not wasted for me, like this down here. You just add a flower to the package, and it's instead of a bow.
The cutest topper.
But I also just went to the garden store and bought plants that I'm going to plant in my front yard anyways.
Right.
Or ones, you know, you can buy the plants that you're going to give away as your Mother's Day gifts. And I don't just give gifts to my mom. I give gifts to, like, sister-in-laws and friends that are mothers. It's Mother's Day.
I'm hearing more and more women celebrating, like extending out to girlfriends, just the whole motherhood circle. Women in general who are mothering, children or not. I think that's a beautiful expression of the holiday.
I have 4 older sisters that mothered the heck out of me, so
they definitely get some flowers.
They deserve some flowers, and then if you're not, like, giving them as gifts, then just use them for the ones that you are using in your garden, and it's just so pretty.
The brown paper is the perfect accent.
So the recipe for the kind of French flower stand is black and white, brown paper or brown wood. So wood, paper, you know, twine, and silver. So, like, all the metals, I would use silver instead of gold. And I even found, like, silver. This is a ribbon.
Oh my goodness.
It was in the ribbon section.
That's gorgeous.
And it's like, looks like silver.
Gorgeous.
And then there's all the, like, the fancy laces.
Yeah, it's just the drippings.
Yes, but that's the basic recipe, is the flowers, but the black and white and the silver and the wood or the brown.
I keep staring at this little corner. I think it's my favorite, where you've played all of those elements, that recipe, that formula, so to speak, mixed with the bright pops of flowers.
Yes, so to go with the black and white, I did a bunch of printables or downloadables. And I drew this one with chalk on some cardboard, or whatever this is called.
Love it, yeah. Foam core.
Foam core, thank you. Black foam core. I just drew some, you know, names and some prices, and obviously those are super cheap ones. They're like 25 cents. I just thought that was charming. But these ones are the same thing. I just added a stick to a little cutout of the foam core.
Celeste, we love
added everywhere, but there's a bunch of printables too.
Every bit of this. The printables are available for you on our website. We'll post this video too, break down kind of the structure of this stand. You can use it for Mother's Day and beyond. I'm smitten with the whole concept. So
I am too.
Home run, lady. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Look for those elements on our website, studio5.ksl.com.